Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. Now, first up, we welcome back Sarah and Wendy. You were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your second chance. Sarah, remind us what happened last time.
We got through to the head-to-head, and...
Oh, it was a needle head-to-head as well.
It was, yes. We lost by 1 point on 1 round.
Oh, yeah, no, the artists.
Yes.
Wendy, remind us how you know each other.
We're sisters.
Very good indeed. OK, so you made it through to the head-to-head last time. This time, what's going to be your dream Pointless category?
Musical theatre.
We've had it before as a category. It has come up. Maybe it'll come up again.
Hopefully.
Certainly. Well, best of luck, Sarah and Wendy. It's lovely to have you back on the show. We also welcome back Jonathan and Steve. Remind us what happened with you last time.
Well, we took home the bronze medal.
What was it? I can't remember what the round was that saw you off.
So do I. Totally forgot.
Oh, yes, I can. Chemical elements. Yes, we came up with a new one, didn't we, called Ilium.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Now then, Jonathan, what do you do? Where are you from?
We're both from York, and I work as a project controller looking after finances on railway projects.
Of course, you were a stuntman.
In a previous life, yeah, many years ago, I trained to be a stuntman over in Australia, getting set on fire and dragged behind speedboats and knocked over by cars, that sort of thing.
Fantastic. Steve, what do you hope is going to come up today?
Not elements. Not films.
Yeah.
Not a lot of things, to be honest, yeah.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. Let's hope we see much more of you this time round. And next, we welcome Anne and Pam. Now, how do you two know each other?
Well, we've been friends for nearly 20 years. We met through Samaritans, actually.
Do you still work for the Samaritans?
No, we both retired.
What did you do before you retired?
Oh, I was a school teacher. You know, one of the retired school teachers who do so well on Pointless, don't they?
They always do. They always do, though. What did you teach?
I taught little ones, infants.
And what did you do, Pam?
I used to work with some people with learning disabilities, and I used to drive a truck, and we used to go out into the community doing gardens.
Excellent.
So that was great. That was good.
Well, very best of luck to you, Anne and Pam. Lovely to have you here. And finally, we've got Maria and Jamie. How do you two know each other?
We're husband and wife.
And where are you from, Jamie?
We're from Carmarthen in southwest Wales.
Excellent. What do you do there, Jamie?
I'm a diagnostic radiographer in Morriston Hospital in Swansea.
Will they all be watching, do you think?
Yes.
Very good. So no pressure then?
No pressure at all, no.
How about you, Maria?
I've just finished university studying professional Welsh.
So you are now professionally Welsh?
I am, yeah.
Very good.
Can't get much better than that.
I don't think you can. I just don't think you can.
No.
Jamie, what do you like to get up to in your spare time?
Well, I'm a DJ and a semi-professional music producer.
Wow. What kind of music do you produce?
It's like house music.
Right.
Yeah.
Radiography? I mean, is there any crossover radiography?
None at all, no. It sounds like it is, but there's none, unfortunately, no.
Some bleeps and whistles and things.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, very best of luck. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. It's a good job he knows so much because his people skills are terrible. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
And to you.
It should be a fun show today. Sarah and Wendy did very well last time, didn't they?
Yeah.
All the way to the head-to-head, so they'll be hard to beat. And Jonathan and Steve, I thought, were very good. Steve slightly let himself down. But, you know, look at them, cheeky chappies, aren't they? Smiling away. But they've got the faces of smiling assassins, I think. Yeah. They might do very well for themselves. Of course, Anne and Pam, uniquely in Pointless history, the only pair of contestants we've ever had who once founded an international airline.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Only once.
Very good. Well, thanks very much, Richard. All our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning our jackpot, all our contestants have to do is find the obscure answers that those 100 people didn't get. So the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points they will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Doogie and Kath won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is tennis. If you're all deciding your pairs, who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many male tennis Grand Slam #1 seeds as they could. Male tennis Grand Slam #1 seeds. Richard.
We're looking for the name of any man who's ever gone into a Grand Slam tennis tournament since the Open era began in 1968, who has been #1 seed for that tournament, please. Grand Slam tournaments, of course, the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon and the US Open. So any man who's been #1 seed for any of those tournaments since 1968, please.
OK, now then, Sarah and Wendy, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going first. Sarah, is tennis good for you?
no, not at all. Can't play it, don't watch it. I think I'll Pat Cash.
Pat Cash.
Yeah.
Says Sarah.
I think.
Pat Cash. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Bad luck, Sarah. An incorrect answer, I'm afraid, which scores you the maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry. Not Pat Cash.
Yeah, sorry, Sarah. The Australian famously won Wimbledon, but has never gone into a Grand Slam tournament as #1 seed, I'm afraid.
Now then, Jonathan.
I'll play it safe, I think, and go for Pete Sampras.
Pete Sampras, says Jonathan. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Pete Sampras. Absolutely right. 23. Not bad at all. 23 for Pete Sampras.
Yeah, well played, Jonathan, who was #1 seed for numerous Grand Slam tournaments and won 14 of them.
Anne. So remember, we are looking for male Grand Slam #1 seeds. Is this a good area for you?
Well, it's a long time since I've played, Alexandra.
OK.
But I do quite enjoy tennis. So I think I will go for Arthur Ashe.
Arthur Ashe. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Arthur Ashe. Absolutely right. Ooh, it's a good answer. Look at that. 2. Very, very well done indeed, Anne. That's a great answer and a great low score. Richard.
Very well played, Anne. He has been a #1 seed, also won 3 Grand Slam tournaments. You can absolutely tell Anne is a primary school teacher for 2 reasons. 1, very good answer. 2, she called you Alexandra. Which is absolutely classic teacher, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might call you that.
I shouldn't.
What you gonna do?
Well, probably a stiffly worded letter. You can call me what you like, Anne. Maria.
I've got a couple. I'm not sure which. I think I'll go for Novak Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Well done, Maria. Look at that, 9. Single figures. Very good answer. Novak Djokovic.
Well played, Maria. Very steady start. He's won 5 Grand Slam titles to date, though I suspect he'll add to that, and he'll be the #1 seed in many tournaments in the future as well, I suspect.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Anne and Pam looking very, very strong indeed. Lovely low score of 2. Then up to 9, where we find Maria and Jamie. Up to 23, where we find Jonathan and Steve. And then, I'm afraid, quite a hike up to 100, where we find you, Sarah and Wendy. But the round is but young, Wendy, and I'm sure you have a brilliant obscure answer up your sleeve. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we are looking for male tennis #1 seeds in Grand Slams. Jamie, you are on 9. Wendy and Sarah are the high scorers on 100, which means a score of 90 or less will keep you in the game.
Well, I think I'm just going to play it safe, and I'll say Rafael Nadal.
OK, Rafael Nadal, says Jamie. There is your red line. Come below that, you're through to the next round. Nadal, is it right? How many people said it? Very well done, you're through. 29. Not bad at all. That takes your total up to 38.
Well played, Jamie. Just the right tactics. The king of clay, Rafael Nadal.
Pam. How brilliant was Anne's answer?
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic, Arthur Ashe.
Fantastic.
Very, very good indeed. Can you equal it, maybe even better it?
I'm not sure. Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn Borg. Bjorn Borg. Bjorn. Him. Let's see how many people said it. Very well done. 29. 29 takes your total up to 31. You are through to the next round. Richard.
That's a very good answer. Of course, the darling of Wimbledon for many years, Bjorn Borg. First became world #1 in August 1977.
Now makes pants.
He does make pants, yeah.
Now then, Steve, you're on 23. Wendy and Sarah remain our high scorers on 100. So a score of 76 or less, you're in round 2. So remember, we're looking for #1 seeded male tennis players in a Grand Slam.
I'll go Jim Courier.
Jim Courier.
Yeah.
OK, Jim. Oh, a bit of a buzz. Never quite sure what that means. Let's find out. Jim Courier says, Steve, there's your red line. Is it right? How many people said it? Yep, very well done. And you're through. Oh, very, very well done indeed, Steve. Only the lowest score of the round. 1 for Jim Courier.
That's a good answer, Steve. An aficionado's answer, Jim Courier. Actually won 4 Grand Slam titles, though less remembered these days than some others. Was world #1 briefly, which is why he was seeded #1 for Grand Slam tournaments.
Now then, Wendy and Sarah, I have grave news. I'm afraid you come into this answer already as the high scorers. But an opportunity maybe to come up with a pointless answer. Maybe there's a pointless answer and you could bequeath 250 quid to our remaining players.
I could if I knew anything about tennis. I'm going to try Andre Agassi.
Andre Agassi. Let's see if it's right. And let's see how many people said Andre Agassi. Absolutely right. $16. Not a bad score at all. Takes your total up to 116, Richard.
A good answer to leave us on, Wendy. Andre Agassi won 8 career Grand Slam titles. Very well played. Let's take a look at some of the pointless answers, though. There's a whole bunch up here, so very well done if you said any of these at home. Guillermo Vilas won 4 Grand Slams in his career. Gustavo Curtin, the Brazilian, played very well on clay. He was a pointless answer. Jan Kodesh, who won 3 Grand Slam titles, also a pointless answer. Johan Kriek, the South African. If you got that one, hat off. That's a terrific answer. Won 2 Grand Slam titles in his career. John Newcombe, the Australian, part of one of the great doubles partnerships of all time with Tony Roach. Was also a pointless answer. Both of those were #1 seeds going into Grand Slam tournaments. Vitas Gerulaitis and the Russian Yevgeny Kafelnikov, who won 2 Grand Slams and a gold medal at the Olympics in 2000. Very well done if you said any of those at home. Terrific answers.
Thanks very much, Richard. So, at the end of our first round, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's Wendy and Sarah. Oh, exactly. Oh. Yes. The stage was set for you to be finalists. Well, already they're going to have to re-engrave the trophy and everything. We had it all planned. What a shame. I'm so sorry we have to say goodbye to you. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs can make it through to the head-to-head round, so one of the pairs in front of me now will be leaving us at the end of this round. Very, very best of luck to you all. Our category for round 2 today is money. You can all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second. And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns European currencies before the euro. Richard.
On each pass, we're going to show you 6 countries which currently use the euro. We just need you to tell us the name of their currency immediately before they joined the euro. And we're looking for the main unit of currency, so if it was the USA, we'd be looking for dollar rather than cent. So 6 on each pass. Nice obscure answer will score you fewer points. Incorrect answer, they will score you 100 points. See how many of these you can get at home. 12 in all to guess.
Thanks very much, Richard. So we are looking for the currencies used by these countries before the euro. And we have got Slovakia, France, Germany, Cyprus, Malta, Austria. I'll read them once again. Slovakia, France, Germany, Cyprus, Malta and Austria. Now then, Jonathan, there are the countries. Steve, what's wrong?
Brutal.
I must admit, I was hoping for one or two different countries to appear there. I really was. Just because I thought I might have had a nice obscure answer, but if I'm being honest, I only know a couple of those. I will go with Germany and the Deutschmark.
The Deutschmark for Germany, says Jonathan. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. 57.
Get that.
Not that bad. 57.
Yeah, a big score, but certainly not 100. They used the Deutschmark up to 2001.
Very good. Now then, Pam. Pam.
I know how to spend it. I'm stuck with one I know I'd get, or risking it. And I think I'm going to risk it. Austria, the shilling.
The shilling, says Pam. For Austria, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right, Pam. Very well done. 19. That's a great answer and a great score. A risk well worth taking. Richard.
Well played, Pam. Full marks for good knowledge and also for having the guts to take a bit of a risk there. Took over in 2002 the euro in Austria from the shilling.
Jamie. So we're looking for the pre-euro currencies of these countries.
Luckily, Pam left me the one answer I presume she was going to leave. And I would say France is the franc.
The franc, says Jamie. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. The franc. Absolutely right. 78. 78. Isn't that weird? For once, Germany, not the highest scorer.
I know, who'd have thought? French beating the Germans. You know, it's the first time in history that has ever happened. The franc, absolutely 78 points. Now, Cyprus and Malta. You might have got mixed up which is which. What do you think Cyprus's currency was for the euro? It's a familiar one to you and I, and to everybody here.
Pound.
The pound,
it's
absolutely
the pound,
right.
Yeah.
It is the pound. Would have scored you 28 points. Very well done if you said that. Malta is the lira. They use the lira. 1 point for Malta. And Slovakia, actually 2 points, the koruna. Koruna. Very well done if anyone got all of those at home. It's very impressive.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Once again, Pam and Anne looking very, very strong at this stage. On 19, then up to 57, where we find Jonathan and Steve. Then up to 78, where we find Jamie and Maria. You're not miles ahead, Maria, but ahead enough for a little bit of pressure to be on you. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more countries on the board, and here they are. We have got Greece, Italy, Slovenia, Portugal, Spain, Belgium. I'll read them one last time. Greece, Italy, Slovenia, Portugal, Spain and Belgium. There they are. We are looking for the currencies these countries used before the euro. And as ever, you're trying to find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Maria, you're the high scorers on 78. So we need a really nice low-scoring answer from you.
Yeah.
What would a professional Welsh person make of that?
I think Portugal. It might be the Lima. Maybe. Oh, I don't know.
The Lima. OK, the Lima. Let's see, the Lima. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. There's no red line for you, as you are the high scorers. The Lima. No, bad luck, Maria. I'm afraid an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. That takes you up to an unbeatable 178, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Richard.
Yes, sorry, Maria. Lima is the capital of Peru. For some reason, the Portuguese did not name their currency after the capital of Peru. Obviously, there was a faction that said they should, but they were shouted down. We'll find out what they did call it at the end of the round.
Thank you.
But it's not a South American capital.
No.
Or a small mammal.
Yeah, lemur.
Lemur.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't get many of those to the pound either, actually. OK, thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Anne. Great news, you're through to the next round. Less good news, we'll need an answer.
Well, Alexander, I do know a few, and I think Portugal is the escudo.
The escudo, says Anne. How many people said it? Absolutely right. $11. That's a great answer. Lowest score of the round so far. Takes your total up to 30. Richard.
Well done, Anne. The escudo. It's Portuguese for shield. It was also the second choice of Peru for the name of its capital. It's just beaten by Lima.
Steve, you are also through to the next round. You've made it to the head-to-head. Many congratulations. You're the last person to have this board, so if there are any there you'd like to fill in for us, please help yourself.
It's one of my all-time favourite ones, this. Greece, is it drachma? Italy, no clue. Slovenia, no clue. Spain, peseta? Belgium, no clue. So we'll go drachma, Greece.
Greece, drachma. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people said drachma for Greece. Oh. Absolutely right. Down it goes, 36. Very well done indeed, 36. Takes your total up to 93.
It's a good answer, Steve. Let's go through the rest of the board. Xander, do you want to have a go at this? Italy?
Lira.
Lira, absolutely right. Would have scored 60 points. Spain, Steve got absolutely right. It's the peseta. Ooh. 65 points for that. Belgium?
It was a Belgian franc, wasn't it?
It was a Belgian franc, absolutely right. 37 points. And Slovenia. Won't surprise you to know that's the best answer on the board.
Yeah,
Congratulations to anyone who said Tolar. The Tolar, which 2 of 100 people knew.
Wow, good for them.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the pair with the highest score who will be leaving us, I'm afraid, Maria and Jamie. Oh. Maria and Jamie, we will see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. Thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Anne and Pam, Jonathan and Steve. You are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. Well, you're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. The great news is, though, you can now confer. So, Anne and Pam, as retired school teacher, Anne, you're doing your profession a great service here. Absolutely fantastic. Did you think you were going to make it this far?
No.
Steve and Jonathan, Ilium is just a dim memory now, isn't it?
What?
Yeah. What? Well, very, very, very best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here comes your first question, and it concerns silent film stars. Silent film stars, Richard.
Yes, we're going to show you 5 photos of actors who began their career in the era of silent films. Can you name those actors or actresses and tell us the most obscure, please? Good luck.
Thanks very much. OK, let's reveal our 5 silent film stars, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 silent film stars. Pam and Anne, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to answer first.
I think C is Stan. Should we go for that? Mm-hmm. We're going to go for C, Stan Stennett.
Stan Stennett. Stan Stennett. C, say Anne and Pam. Jonathan and Steve, you can talk us through the board. If you like, you can also go for C if you think it's a different name.
Well, we think A is Stan Laurel. We think E is Charlie Chaplin. Not too familiar with the ladies up there. And I thought C was Harold Lloyd. Yeah. Now, we either take a risk and say... Risk it. Well, we're gamblers. We're gamblers at heart, so we'll go C.
Yeah.
OK.
Harold Lloyd.
Harold Lloyd.
Yes.
OK, 2 names jockeying for C there. Stan Stennett or Harold Lloyd. Anne and Pam have said Stan Stennett. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Oh no! Doesn't necessarily mean anything, Jonathan and Steve, but it's not Stan Stennett. Is C Harold Lloyd? Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Harold Lloyd. It's Harold Lloyd.
It's Harold Lloyd.
Very well done indeed. All it had to be was correct. It's 15. Well, fortune favouring the brave there. After 1 question, Jonathan and Steve, very well done, are up 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, well played, gents. Harold Lloyd made nearly 200 films. They always used to have them on in the mornings during the school holidays, didn't
Yeah, they did.
Harold Lloyd films.
Love Harold Lloyd.
And Pam and Anne, I think you might have been thinking of Max Sennett, who is a famous silent movie star. Stan Stennett does exist. He's an actor and comedian, a Welshman, still with us today. He was in Coronation Street, Crossroads, all sorts of things. Let's go through the rest of the answers, though. A, I think you both knew. Stan Laurel.
A Geordie.
Would have scored you 63. He's not a Geordie, actually. He was born in Cumbria. Born in Cumbria, Stan Laurel. There is a statue of him in South Shields because he lived there for a couple of years.
That'll be why.
Yeah. B is Louise Brooks. She scored 4 points, Louise Brooks. D, Greta Garbo. Yeah, would have scored you 9 points. Very well done if you said that. And E, I suspect most people have got Charlie Chaplin, 85 points. Very well done to anyone who got all 5 of those.
Thank you very much. Here comes your second question. Pam and Anne, we need you to win this question to stay in the game. Very best of luck. Here it comes. It concerns 20th century plays. This is not a good one for you, Steve. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the titles of 5 plays, all listed by the National Theatre as among the 25 most significant plays of the last century. But we've left out alternate letters in those plays. Can you name the plays and pick the most obscure?
OK, let's reveal our 5 modern plays. And we have got P blank G blank A blank I blank N, P blank I blank A blank E, L blank V blank S, D blank A blank H, O blank A S blank L blank S blank A blank I blank S blank E blank T blank R, C blank L blank S, T blank E, C blank R blank T blank K blank R. And I'll just read all those again. I'm just going to read the letters. I'm not going to take the blanks as read. I hope that's all right. P-G-A-I-N, P-I-A-E-L-V-S, D-A-H-O-A-S-L-S-A, A-I-S-E-T-R-C-L-S, T-E-C-R-T-K-R. There we are. Now then, Jonathan and Steve, you go first this time.
Seriously, we're struggling here. OK, we're going to go for Pygmalion on the first one.
Pygmalion. OK, Pygmalion. Anne and Pam, you can talk us through the board if you like.
OK.
Literally fill in all the blanks.
OK, yes. We think the second one is Private Lives.
The third one is Death of a Salesman.
The next one is An Inspector Calls.
And the last one is The Caretaker. But we're going to go for Death of a Salesman.
Death of a Salesman, say Anne and Pam. Let's see. Jonathan and Steve went with Pygmalion. Let's see how many people said Pygmalion. He's right. Wow, 17. 17 for Pygmalion. Now then, Anne and Pam, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Will Death of a Salesman do it for you? It has to go down below 17. Good luck. How many people said Death of a Salesman? Absolutely right. Yep, you've done it. Very well done. 12 for Death of a Salesman beats 17 for Pygmalion. After 2 questions, you're absolutely even. 1-1, Richard.
Yeah, well played. I think this one deserves to go to a final question. And Pam and Anne, you've got all of them right, actually. So the only thing we need to fill in is what scored what. It's quite difficult to call which of these is going to be the most obscure, isn't it? Which of those do you think would score the most points? It's Private Lives, the Noel Coward play, and Inspector Calls, and the Pinter play, The Caretaker.
Maybe The Caretaker might be the hardest one to recognise?
Exactly the other way around, actually. The Caretaker would have scored you 40 points. Actually the biggest scorer there. Then Private Lives on 26. And so the best answer on the board, and Inspector Calls, the J.B. Priestley play. 6 points. Very well done if you got all 6 of them.
Very good. Well, thanks very much. Here comes your 3rd question, the decider. OK, here it comes. It concerns William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror.
Teachers. Yeah.
Richard.
Love the fact that Steve just went, teachers. No pressure. We're going to show you 5 clues to facts about William the Conqueror. Can you give us the most obscure answer, please? Best of luck, both teams.
OK, let's reveal our 5 facts about William the Conqueror, and here they come. We have got the modern-day country of his birth, the name of the great land survey commissioned by William the Conqueror, the year of the Battle of Hastings, the famous embroidered linen hanging depicting the Battle of Hastings, the hill on which Harold set his defence, the Battle of Hastings. I'll read those all one last time. The modern-day country of his birth, the name of the great land survey commissioned by William, the year of the Battle of Hastings, the famous embroidered linen hanging depicting the Battle of Hastings, and the hill on which Harold set his defence at the Battle of Hastings. Now then, Anne and Pam, you go first again this time.
Survey, what was that? Yes, we go for the name of the great land survey commissioned by William, the Doomsday Book.
The Doomsday Book. The Doomsday Book, say Anne and Pam. Now then, Jonathan and Steve, take us through your thinkings.
OK, well, we think the year of the Battle of Hastings is 1066. Famous embroidered linen hanging. We think that's the Bayeux Tapestry.
Bayeux Tapestry, yeah.
Now, I thought modern-day country of his birth. Yeah, I thought it was Normandy, which is part of France, is it? I think. My mind's going a bit blank now. So really...
Yeah, Bayeux Tapestry.
We've got to go for Bayeux Tapestry, but we think it's not going to get us there.
OK, you're going to go for the Bayeux Tapestry. So, we have the Doomsday Book, we have the Bayeux Tapestry. This will decide who goes through to the final. In the order they were given, Anne and Pam said the Doomsday Book was the name of the great land survey conducted by William. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said the Doomsday Book. Absolutely right. Down it goes. 14, wow. Nice low score there. Doomsday Book 14. Now, the Bayeux Tapestry, it has to beat 14.
No.
Will it?
No.
Let's see, how many people said the Bayeux Tapestry? Absolutely right. Will it go down as far as 40? 50.
No, it was a good answer.
Well, a very, very exciting head-to-head. But in the end, after 3 questions, Anne and Pam are through. Teachers.
Taught us a lesson.
Anne and Pam are through to the final. Richard.
Yes, great head-to-head. A special mention to Jonathan and Steve, who have literally not stopped smiling at any point during their 2 shows, have they?
Yeah.
Through triumph and disaster. Very well played, Pam and Anne. The Doomsday Book, absolutely right, was originally known as the Description of England. It's where most English towns or cities can trace their history back to. Let's take a look at the rest of the answers. You're quite right, Jonathan. He's born in Normandy in France, so France would have been the answer, but that would have scored 24 points, so wouldn't have won you the thing. And the year of the Battle of Hastings, again, is 1066. But that would have got 87. So the answer that would have seen you through to the final was the hill on which Harold set his defence in the Battle of Hastings. Do you know that one?
I don't.
You'll recognise the name. It's Senlac Hill. Senlac Hill.
Senlac Hill.
2 points that would have got you. Very well done if you got all of those.
Thank you very much indeed. So, at the end of our head-to-head, our losing pair, I'm afraid, Jonathan and Steve. Such a shame. You've done so well. Brilliant performance today. Absolutely fantastic. And as Richard said, you haven't stopped smiling the whole way through. It's
More
been
through nerves, I think.
Lovely having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing.
Thank you.
Great.
Cheers. Yeah, give it a cuddle.
But for Anne and Pam, it's now time for our pointless final. Many congratulations, Anne and Pam. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. Well, very, very best of luck. The rules are simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. But if you can find one now, you will go home with that £1,000 jackpot. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you have a choice of 5 options. They are European playwrights, country music, political roles, geography, sci-fi films.
Sci-fi films, I know nothing.
Nothing about that.
Geography is...
Political roles, country music.
No.
Unless it's Dolly Parton, I wouldn't be very good. Yeah. European playwrights.
Is it worth a go at that?
European playwrights or political roles? do you
Yeah,
think?
either of those two. Yeah.
Perhaps political roles.
Political roles. Yep. OK, very good. Let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many members of the Shadow Cabinet as they could. Members of the Shadow Cabinet. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any member of Ed Miliband's Shadow Cabinet as announced in October 2011, please. No one who's been subsequently reshuffled into it, but anyone announced in his cabinet of October 2011. Good luck and good luck at home.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. You now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £1,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK.
Ed Balls, obviously, Ed Balls.
Yes.
And his wife
Obvious
is
Yvette
Cooper.
Yep.
I'm not very good on any
Yvette
obscure
Cooper.
ones. Is John Denham in the Shadow Cabinet?
Yes, I think he is.
And that's,
And then
that's
he was
3.
a Southampton guy, wasn't he?
Who else? The health chappie.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name. I can remember the one, the education one. I can't remember him.
The health one?
I think we'd have to stick with those 3 unless you
Yeah,
can.
well, that's 3 we know,
Yeah.
isn't it? Ed Balls, Yvette
Cooper.
and
What was the third one? John Denham.
John Denham.
Yeah. I think we've got 3. I don't think
OK.
we'll need any more
You don't need any more time. OK,
No.
we'll stop the clock there. We were looking for members of Ed Miliband's Shadow Cabinet following the reshuffle after the October 2011 conference. I now need your 3 answers. What are they?
Ed Balls
Ed Balls,
Yvette Cooper.
Yvette Cooper,
and John Denham.
and John Denham. Now, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
John Denham.
John Denham, we'll
yeah.
put him last. Your least likely?
Ed Balls.
Ed Balls. OK,
Ed Balls.
very good. We'll put them up on the board in that order. Ed Balls first, John Denham last, and Yvette in the middle. I don't know why that's funny, but it is.
A mental picture.
Yeah, there we go. Going to erase that one for a while. We have got Ed Balls, Yvette Cooper, and John Denham. There we are. We were looking for members of the Shadow Cabinet. Ed Balls, you thought was your least likely shot at a pointless answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that £1,000 jackpot. And what would you do with £1,000?
Well, probably a little treat for my husband and
I
I.
should hope so. How about you, Pam?
Shoes to begin with,
Important.
and then some treats for the grandchildren, I think.
Very good. Will all the grandchildren be watching?
Certainly will.
OK, Ed Balls, your first answer. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Ed Balls. Absolutely right, Ed Balls. This is your first shot at that £1,000 jackpot. Ed Balls still going down. If this goes... Oh, 43.
Not bad for Ed Balls.
43. That's incredibly high. I mean, normally when people are asked to name politicians, our 100 people don't do particularly well on that. 43. He'll be pleased. Unfortunately, not a pointless answer, I'm afraid. So you only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. We're looking for members of Ed Miliband's Shadow Cabinet following the reshuffle after the October 2011 conference. So your next answer was Yvette Cooper. This has to be correct, obviously. It has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Let's see. Yvette Cooper, how many people said that? Again, absolutely right. Her husband, Ed Balls, took us down to 43. Yvette has gone down past him. Down she goes into the 20s, into the teens. Still going down. Single figures, 7. 7. This is more like it. Thank you, Yvette. That was a great performance there. OK, you only have one more chance to win today's jackpot, £1,000. We're looking for members of the Shadow Cabinet. Your third and final answer, your most confident shot at a pointless answer, was John Denham. Now, you said that quite confidently. Do you know John Denham? He's not your MP, or...
He is.
He is
from
your
Southampton.
MP.
Southampton. But I know there was controversy and whether or not he left before, after Gordon Brown and before Ed Miliband, that I can't quite remember.
Right, OK. Now, to win the jackpot of £1,000, this has to be pointless. Let's find out. John Denham. How many people said it? Is it right?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not too late.
Oh, what a shame.
Well done.
An incorrect answer, I'm afraid. So, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £1,000, which will roll over onto the next show. But you've been brilliant contestants. Fantastic performance on Pointless Day. And you do, of course, get to take home the Pointless Trophy. So very well done.
It's a shame. It was a terrific show, and you played so well throughout. You're absolutely right about John Denham as well. He was in the cabinet. He was business innovations and skills, but left before that reshuffle, left of his own accord. Let's take a look at the pointless answers, though, and hope you don't recognise too many of them. Well done to anyone who said Angela Eagle, who's the shadow leader of the House of Commons, Baroness Royal of Blaisdon, Caroline Flint, who is the energy shadow. Makes her sound like a superhero, the energy shadow. She's not. Chuka Amuna, who is business shadow, Ivan Lewis, John Trickett, Liam Byrne, who is work and pensions, or certainly was when the reshuffle was made, Margaret Curran, Scotland, and Vernon Coker, Northern Ireland. Also in that cabinet, there was Lord Bessemer, Brighton, Peter Hain, Rachel Reeves, and Tom Watson. Very well done if you said any of those.
Thanks very much, Richard. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Anne and Pam, but it's been wonderful having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing.
Thank you.
So nobody's won our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.